They call it the artificial sun, a machine buried deep inside a Chinese research facility, glowing hotter than the real one hanging in our sky. Inside its metal shell, temperatures reach over 70 million degrees Celsius, 5 times the heat of the core of our sun. It sounds impossible, even dangerous. But here's what shocked engineers around the world. This isn't science fiction anymore. It's real. And for the first time in history, a man-made sun might hold the power to change the fate of humanity. Why did China build it? What are they trying to achieve? And could this project make the rest of the world dependent on China for clean energy? Let's find out. The project is called EAST, the Experimental Advanced Superconducting Tokamak. It's one of the boldest scientific missions ever attempted to replicate the same fusion reaction that powers the stars. For decades, nations have dreamed of mastering fusion, a limitless, carbon-free energy source. But only one country has come this close to taming it. And it's not America. It's China. So when did this begin? China started work on the EAST reactor in 2006, but its roots go back to the 1980s. At that time, Chinese scientists were quietly studying nuclear fusion while the world focused on fossil fuels and fission power. The dream was ambitious, to build a reactor that could confine plasma hotter than the sun and keep it stable long enough to prove fusion is possible. In 2006, EAST became operational, the world's first fully superconducting tokamak. It was small, experimental, but revolutionary. That first flicker of plasma marked China's entry into one of humanity's most advanced scientific frontiers. To understand what they built, imagine this. Inside the reactor, atoms of hydrogen, the lightest element in the universe, are smashed together under intense pressure and heat. When they fuse, they release massive energy, the same process that makes our sun shine. Unlike nuclear fission, fusion doesn't split atoms or create radioactive waste. It produces no greenhouse gases, no risk of meltdown, and nearly infinite fuel from seawater. So when people call it the artificial sun, they're not exaggerating, it's literally mimicking the heart of a star. But one big question remains. If China can make its own sun, what will they do with that power? Why would China pour billions into this one idea? Because for them, fusion isn't just about science, it's about survival. With the world's largest population and growing energy demands, China needs a sustainable power source that doesn't destroy the planet. Coal plants choke their cities. Oil imports drain their economy. Fusion could fix both. Forever. And beyond energy, there's something deeper: leadership. China wants to prove it can lead the world not just in manufacturing, but in the most advanced form of clean energy humanity has ever imagined. It's a statement: we can do what others only dream of. In 2024, Chinese scientists achieved something once thought impossible. They sustained plasma at over 70 million degrees Celsius for more than 17 minutes. 17 minutes may not sound like much, but to physicists, it's a miracle. Holding plasma that hot and that long means the magnetic fields worked perfectly, the system stayed stable, and the reaction was controlled, a feat no other country has matched yet. American researchers who visited EAST described it as an extraordinary level of precision and control. Even engineers from MIT said it was one of the boldest, best executed experiments in modern energy science. So yes, it's working, but not at full potential yet. So the question everyone asks: how much power does this artificial sun actually produce right now? The answer: none for the grid. EAST is an experimental reactor. It uses more electricity than it creates. But that's how every prototype begins. The goal isn't to power cities, it's to prove the reaction can sustain itself safely. Once that's done, China plans to build its next giant step, CFETR, the China Fusion Engineering Test Reactor. That one will be capable of generating hundreds of megawatts, enough to power over 1 million homes. If it succeeds, it will be the first fusion reactor in history to produce net energy, meaning it gives out more power than it takes in. And that would be the moment everything changes. But China isn't alone. Across the globe, the United States, France, Japan, and South Korea are running the same race. The ITER project in France, backed by over 30 countries, is the largest fusion collaboration ever. It's massive, expensive, and years behind schedule. China's strategy is the opposite: smaller, faster, more flexible. Instead of waiting for international consensus, they build, test, fail, improve, and try again. And that speed might be what gives them the edge. American scientists admit it quietly. China is moving faster than anyone expected. If fusion succeeds, the consequences are unimaginable. No more oil wars. No more fossil fuels. No more dependence on countries for energy. Fusion could power every city on Earth, charge electric cars for pennies, and even propel spacecraft beyond our solar system. It could end the energy crisis forever. But as always, power brings politics. If one nation controls fusion first, the balance of the world could shift overnight. So, when we finally hold a star in our hands, will we use it wisely? The artificial sun isn't just China's experiment, it's humanity's mirror. It reflects both our greatest potential and our deepest fear that we may not be ready for unlimited power. The question isn't whether China can hold the sun. It's whether the world can handle the light.